Alrighty, everyone, welcome to the EagleEye Sprint Review. This is the Sprint Review for Sprint 99. Today I have the OGs, the team, and our stakeholder, Adam Kogan. Let's jump into it. Alrighty, so off the bat, this was a 2-week sprint. We had 2 goals, first of which was to ship the GitHub app to production. This is sort of the way that Hark has been working on to connect your GitHub organization with your EagleEye instance. So that's live. That's all good. The next one there is to fix a sysadmin attribution for shared inboxes. So this was to do with, for example, the Zendesk tickets that would come in, and then they might be addressed by one of our sysadmins, and then that wasn't being accurately showed on the graph. So that one's still set to partial. Cool. Yeah. Scrolling on down. So for this sprint, it was just Hark and Luke. Sorry, just a timesheet. If you could scroll down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Hark and Luke, week and a half or so for each of them. What have we done? Okay. Fair few green on the board, which is good. So the top one there is the GitHub app for production, as I mentioned before. Do we have screenshots on that issue, Hark? Or
Yeah, I do.
Let's quickly show what that one looks like. So there's a whole flow and whatnot
This
that's
one.
detailed in the PBI, which can be looked at a separate time because it goes into the detail a bit more. But this is the UI from the settings page and how it looks when the company goes through the sort of, I guess, syncing up or pairing process with GitHub.
Just a small thing on the UI. I wouldn't have the words connected to SSW Consulting in green. I just have the tick, but the text can be in white like the rest of it.
Good feedback.
Good call.
So this will be picked up by AI. No worries.
Awesome. Cool. Alrighty. Jumping back to the email. Next one there, Playwright. So Hark's been hard at it with some more Playwright end-to-end stuff. Been able to make a few tweaks and also obtain the coverage, which is great. Really good work there. Next one, well, next 3, they were sort of unparented to a PBI, but we've got a couple of PRs there. Hark, do you want to touch on those?
Yeah, I will just touch on the first one. So this one, we noticed last sprint that our code coverage summaries were expiring because of GitHub action was set up to 7 days retention, and now this is fixed and they are retained forever. So anyone can see summaries related to code coverage whenever we do a release, backend, and also Playwright as well. And next one, next to our Luke.
Yeah. So next one, there's a bug, so we cannot do product update in the portal. Yeah, so it's because we are giving some keyboard permissions to the manager identity. But for update, we use a identity which is a contributor, so it cannot like grant the permission. So we have to do it manually. Yeah. And next one, self-heal participant identity. So this issue is caused by we are doing a historical scan, but we also have a daily scan. So there's a 2 concurrent scan. And so for participants, it has some like conflict. So because it is like you cannot like save it like in the same time, it has some conflict. So we resolve this by saving the status in the database. So if we found a conflict, we will clear the database, clear the states, yeah, and do save. That's 2 bug fix.
Awesome. Alrighty, and then just in the interest of time, I'll get back to these in progress ones in sprint planning since they've been carried over.
Sorry, can I just ask about the name of one of them? That one that says XS Feet CI, like it is not very nice. Like we can't afford to spell the whole word feature. And what's CI mean? Like I know it means continuous integration, but I've never seen this in a. Is this a bug? I see the extra XS means that it's a small PBI.
Yeah.
The warning symbol indicates it's some bug. Yeah, the whole thing confuses me.
So this one is coming from our GitHub template. Those some like we have a like a workflow about run the PR to scan the PR to get some size and do some rename on the PR name. So this can be improved on our global template.
Yeah, we'll investigate where this warning symbol is coming from. But other than that, this whole name is created by AI, like the title. We should make it more, refine the titles as well. Good suggestion.
Yeah, if AI creates you a PBI, then you check the title before giving it a like. And if that's not
maybe
a
it should
language
be
you would do,
or it could be some like global rules in our cloud.md. So when raise a PR, you should give it like maybe a bug. We should have like emoji, bug emoji, to make it more clear.
Yeah.
Okay, good suggestion. This will be noted for the next sprint. So yeah, a couple of other things. Toby?
Oh yeah. So I can touch on this here. The burn up. Not really much to call out here. We're getting stuff done at a gradual pace, and same goes for issues getting created. Code summary.
Code coverage.
Parth, do you want to go back onto this?
Yeah. So code coverage, you can see code coverage is back. This is backend code coverage, which is 50%, and branch coverage is at 46%. And if you can see individual level projects, API, application, console, and domain. And if you want to see now, playwright coverage is also live.
I haven't seen that before. Is that new?
Yes.
I think
Oh, sorry. No, I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah, this one, we used to show this in previous sprint reviews, like I remember a month ago, but because our pipeline was expiring this one, so we haven't added this one in last couple of sprint reviews. So maybe
Okay,
you
all right. Can you change it so there's no decimal places, and the same with branch coverage in the one above?
Yeah, this one and this one as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you fix that before sending it?
This is a screenshot, and this is created by coverage tool I'm using. Maybe there is a configuration setting I can change not to point out decimal system.
Okay.
And as requested by Adam, always playwright coverage is live, so you can see this as well, Adam. So
now this is new, isn't it?
Yeah, this is new. This part.
This is great.
Yeah, playwright coverage. The only point which I feel, and also like the standard for playwright coverage is not line coverage, because playwright, we are not testing individual unit code, but end-to-end user flows. So in next sprints, you will see user flow coverage, which will cover how many critical user flows we have and how many we are covering. Does it make sense, Adam? Like line coverage is more meaningful for unit tests or integration tests, but not for playwright tests. So that will be also be like implemented in upcoming sprints. But this is a good foundation work for playwright coverage.
And can we have a link to the rule as well, so other teams can copy what you've done in the figure? Like the figure, keep what you've got there, just put plus link to rule, and then once we have that done, we will get the other teams to follow it.
Yeah. Link.
You could also record a little video of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm not sure if there's a rule live or I need to create the rule. So I will check if there's a rule for playwright code coverage. And this is to do. And moving ahead, I will take over Toby for the next part. Prod deployments, we have one website deployment for our production website, which has all the docs. And then for our EagleEye instance, we have 3 deployments in this sprint. For Power BI report, nothing changed, so no deployments. And moving to, this is not email scan job, it's daily scan job, because we now have GitHub scans as well. So you can see last 5 days of GitHub and email scan jobs. And you might notice there was this one failure on Saturday for GitHub. We have created a PBI to investigate this one for number 25. Moving ahead, this is our EagleEye report views for SSW instance. Top 3 users: Stefan, Josh, and Callum. And our epics, we have one done on GitHub and one done on Playwright, and again one in progress for GitHub as well. R&D, not applicable. We haven't done any R&D work in this sprint. AI usage, our favorite part. Nothing, not hitting limits. We are both using Claude 5 Max. I think
Have you tried Opus 5 yet?
No.
No, not yet.
Why not?
I haven't.
It's rolled
checked.
out as a new default. So if you don't set it, you would have already used it. Maybe you didn't even notice.
Is it? Maybe I'm using it.
Yeah.
I'm using it actually.
Yeah. Unless you explicitly say to stay on 4.8, you should be using it already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change to Opus 5.
Yeah, 5.
Any changes you noted, Luke, when switching to Opus 5 or no?
No. Yeah.
Okay. And Luke will give us some points from SSW Tiger stats.
Yeah. Okay. So let me share the screen. There's a few points from SSW Tiger. So the first one is, I think, is a good point. So in next sprint we have two large issue, large PBIs. So a good point from Toby. So we can split large PBIs into business value increments. So we can raise like a small PR. It's not small, but much smaller than one single PR. Yeah. And there is
generally select the item that you're talking about, so it's clear.
Yeah, this one.
And you have a lot of white space on the 2 sides. See all that space on the sides, so you can zoom up a little bit more.
Like this, okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, and there's a few points on the insides. So the first one is, so Adam, you called me last Friday, so I might be doing CMS integration work, right? And our team is already like part-time already. Yeah, so that's one concern. Yeah. For this, yeah. And next one is was mentioned GitHub scan. So there's one failing on Saturday. I think Hawk already mentioned this, and we will do investigation. Yeah, in the next sprint. Yeah, that's basically it. I will hand over to Hawk.
Here and yeah, thanks, Luke. And next section is Copilot stats. So you can see I ran the meeting, so I'm the number 1 speaker. Then Luke and our PO Toby. We asked Copilot what was the main item completed. Be brief, and it says GitHub app was shipped to production, and Copilot is correctly identified, so it got little green tick. Let's do sprint retro. So what went well? So as per me and Toby, Playwright Foundation was redone with fake auth and mocked APIs. So coverage is now live. It was good upskilling and learning from my side. And now we can have Playwright code coverage in upcoming sprints. And as per Luke, GitHub integration is live in production. What didn't go so well, as you see in the when we show the PBI or work done, you will see there were a couple of bugs and PRs. So those took more time in the sprint instead of actual GitHub issue. So I only started GitHub manual scan work last Friday. And then Luke also mentioned there were PBIs which needed him to do historical scans, which took like 15 hours and then failed, and then we found the bug, so which was slow. Improvements for next sprint. Toby mentioned we will start pushing EagleEye as a beta, working with Steph and marketing team on weekly social campaign on LinkedIn, Facebook over a month or two. And we will focus on email feature, and then we will also put note that GitHub is coming soon as it's work in progress.
Just to be clear here, that's interpreted by AI, but like that was subject to approval. I'll chase around, talk to the right people first, and then hopefully start to get it ready. But talking with the boys, I think we're at a state which we could comfortably start to advertise it.
That's awesome.
And also I mentioned as we are adding GitHub features and how to connect your GitHub with EagleEye, so we also need to update our documentation website to keep on adding GitHub work as we add features. So this was our retro for sprint 99. Let's move to sprint 100 forecast. We have a century here for EagleEye team.
All right.
And
okay, I think we can take over this from you, Park. So yeah, going into the century sprint, we've got the one goal there, which is shipping the GitHub manual scan. Probably feels like 100 sprints we've been saying it, but we're finally here. We'll try and get it out for you. The next, if we scroll on down, I'll show you the exacts of what we'll be working on. So yeah, the first two there are both carryovers. The first one being that GitHub manual scan. We'll be trying to make sure that it works in the same way, and you can trigger a manual scan just like you can for the email rules engine. We'll need this just as we start going into the rules engine for GitHub so that we can actually trigger it and test out our changes. Next one there is the sysadmin attribution. Yeah, so this is the same one that I was discussing as part of our last sprint goal. We want to get that over the line. I believe it's just needing review or a tiny little bit more work to get it in and tested. This was just so that joint email inboxes actually reflect who's addressing it. And then third one there is the custom tag. So this is actually starting to incorporate our rules engine, which we've got on emails to GitHub. As you can see, these are 3 PBIs, 2 of which are 16 points. That's where we had our discussion about if we can break up into smaller increments that still make sense as, you know, business value increments.
Yeah,
I think
now
that's what we're going to try and do.
The effort was 16 points before for that first one. Shouldn't have it been reduced?
So Hark's been able to spend 1 day on it due to all of the incoming bugs. We sort of had to take our eyes off it, but Hark's been able to put 1 day, but with our sizing of 8 or 16, it's too big to call it an 8. It's
right, okay.
A bit too small for a 16, but yeah, just following the standard.
Yeah, sure. So Hark, when are you going to get somebody to start testing it?
Get a manual scan?
Well, not manual scan. I'm meaning just the reports. Check the reports are good, that people are getting some value, and it makes some sense, the reports. Like the manual scan is not that important because you've already got the automatic scan going, and and the data is okay.
Yeah, we can. What do you mean by testing? Like other SSWs to see if they feel anything the data is valuable to them? That what you mean?
you want people that are using GitHub a bit to look at it and see if it's helpful, whether it makes sense to them. And
if I could just jump in here, I think the metrics that we're capturing at the moment are fairly basic. Like it's PRs, issues closed, that sort of stuff. Once it starts getting into the rules engine, I think that's where it will make more sense. Since all of these metrics at the moment, like they were more of a proof of concept, right, to establish our pattern of how we're going to interact with GitHub, and it's nothing that you can't already see in GitHub. But when we bring the rules engine in, that's when it's going to be something new and something that we should probably start testing.
All right, so the rules engine gives you check by and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No worries. All right. All good.
And the next part.
Oh yeah. Final one there for AI was what's the next main item to work on, and we'll be brief. So it's saying to deliver the GitHub manual scan, which is perfect. Lines up with our sprint goal. So that gets the green tick. Amazing. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us today. As usual, we'll upload the sprint recording onto the YouTube channel where you can view all of our previous sprints. Thanks everyone. See you next week.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Toby.
Toby.